Hello there, Steve-Os. Welcome along to this week's episode of the weekly vlog right here on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. It is Monday morning, by the way, Monday the 18th of August 2025. It's just gone 7:30, by the way, on this Monday morning, and I've literally just woke up in the last 10 minutes, and now I am just about to watch today's episode of EastEnders over on BBC iPlayer. I have also just made myself a flask of tea as well, and for breakfast this morning I have got a bowl of chocolatey squares cereal. Just about to watch today's episode of Coronation Street on ITVX on my iPad. Just about to bring my washing in from the washing line in the back garden, which I left out here yesterday afternoon. Now that I have taken the washing off the washing line in the back garden, I brought the washing upstairs in the washing basket, just about to put it neatly away in my wardrobe. Just about to have a shower, shave and get dressed in the bathroom on this Monday morning. So I have just got back from my support session with my support worker today. We walked up to Castle Point, went for a Costa coffee. There I had an all butter croissant with a chocolate fudge frappe medium sized, and my support worker just went for a Greek style yogurt with a pot of tea. And then after that we sat down. I did a few things. Number one, obviously, for the majority of the time, I do shop at Tesco, but there are, from time to time, I do tend to shop with Asda as well, from time to time, when I'm in Castle Point, for example. And obviously, you know, similar to Tesco, and similar with Sainsbury's as well. Obviously, with Sainsbury's, you've got like the Nectar card, where you can earn points and stuff like that. And obviously with Tesco, you know, again, with Tesco, you can earn points, which turn into vouchers, which obviously saves you money when it comes to shopping and stuff like that, you know. So with Asda, of course, they don't do points when they do their reward system. Instead, they do, they turn your points basically into pounds, which I think is great. Now, obviously, you know, there are, like I say, there are times that I do shop with Asda. You know, there are times that I do shop with Aldi, and there are times that I may shop with Lidl's, who knows, if I live near a Lidl's, that is. But, you know, so yes, there are times that I do tend to shop around in different supermarkets, not just Tesco. But obviously my support worker today got me to sign up to Asda Rewards, because if I do shop with them, I might as well save a little bit of money every time I do shop in there, because again, you know, I can get money off when I'm in there buying certain products and stuff like that. So, which is really, really good. And, you know, like, for example, there's been times that I've gone in there and I've bought, like, you know, 6 cans of Monster, you know, because obviously it's 3 for the price of 2. So, you know, so basically I've gone and bought 6 cans of Monster and bought 2 cans of Monster for free. But again, you know, all that money that I'd spent in Asda when I've been buying Monster energy drinks and stuff like that, you know, I could have saved a bit of money by, you know, scanning my barcode on the rewards app, and obviously, you know, getting money off and stuff like that. So, you know, it's ways of trying to save money on my shop, you know, especially at the moment, especially when I'm trying to save as much as I can at the moment. So me and my support worker, we did that today. We signed me up to Asda Rewards. And then obviously I then sorted out a medical info card as well on my phone. So basically, if I was to fall into any kind of difficulty, for example, if I just collapsed in the street and there was a passerby, they could get my phone out my pocket, as long as they're trustworthy, of course. They could get my phone out of my pocket and, you know, they could swipe up to basically, you know, for the keypad on my lock screen. But I'll show you, actually. Let me show you. So if I just pop my camera down here, like that, there we go. And then I'll just unlock my, well, I won't unlock my phone, but obviously you've got this here, which is my you know, it's where I enter my PIN to unlock my phone. But below that is an emergency call button. So if I click on that, oh, when it it's just decided to turn off. There we go. If I click on that, obviously you've got the option to dial like 999 and all of that kind of stuff, you know, the emergency services. But however, though, I've also now added my sister as an emergency contact. So again, you know, while someone is there on the phone trying to contact an ambulance and stuff like that, if I fall into difficulty, then they can also contact my sister to let her know that I've gone into difficulty, and you know, and obviously they've contacted emergency services and stuff like that. So there we go. There is also, next to the green call button, there is also a little red button there, which is medical info. Now, obviously, I'm not going to bring up my, you know, all of my medical info and stuff like that, but you know, obviously, because I'm epileptic, obviously, you know, it says what my medical conditions are, if I'm allergic to anything, what medication I'm currently on, my weight, my height, my date of birth, which is the 3rd of November, 1996, and of course, my address, my home address of where I live as well. So there we go. And obviously my name as well, because that's also very important that everyone knows who I am as well, especially when I fall into difficulty and they need to contact the emergency services and stuff like that. So we did that as well today. Again, it's something very ideal. So if you do suffer with a medical condition, you know, no matter how serious it is, you know, there is always that option that you've got a medical card digitally on your phone. And if you do fall into difficulty, even when you're out on the street on your own and stuff like that, you know, someone, as long as they're a decent person, they'll probably get your phone out your pocket and they'll probably contact the emergency services, or they'll try and find like your details and stuff like that, you know, on your phone. So, and I think having a medical card on your phone, you know, they don't even have to unlock your phone or anything like that. Like, they can literally contact your emergency contacts and stuff without the need of unlocking your phone, because obviously they're not going to know your PIN or anything like that, are they? So yeah, so there we go. So there is that as well. So I just thought I'd point that out, because it is quite important to have that kind of feature there on your phone if you don't already, especially if you do suffer with you know, a medical condition. And it's quite easy. All you do, go into your phone settings and just search on your phone settings emergency contacts, and then it will come up, and then you can fill out your medical info, you can fill out your emergency contacts as well. So, you know, obviously Android and iOS, they're completely different, you know, but I think regardless, on both settings, whether you're on iOS or whether you're on Android, you know, you're still able to do that. But still, nevertheless, so very important thing, very important feature to have on your phone, I think. And then after that, I then sent my my support worker's boss an email to get a reduction down on my hours for support, because, you know, at the moment I'm struggling with, you know, balancing work, support, chores around the house, and then downtime, you know, just general time to chill. So, you know, obviously I've requested to see if I can maybe get my hours reduced down. So at the moment I get 10 hours of support a week. I'm trying to get that reduced down to 6 hours a week. So that's 4 hours less than what I'm getting at the moment. You know, it's just so then that way I can then, you know, just do a lot more things, you know, around the house in terms of housework, and I'm keeping on top of it. And, you know, and I can obviously evidence it to them that, you know, I'm keeping up with my day-to-day living and stuff, you know, personal hygiene, keeping the bathroom tidy, keeping the kitchen tidy, well, not so much the living room. The living room's a bomb site, but I can't touch the living room, unfortunately. But, you know, keeping the dining room tidy, and, of course, keeping my bedroom tidy as well. So, you know, there are things that I've started to do in terms of, you know, day-to-day living, and I am keeping on top of it, and I'm starting to get into, and I'm starting to build a structure / routine every week now, really, so that, you know, I'm keeping on top of everything. But it's just, you know, obviously I just don't want to overwork myself to the point that I get unwell, or I end up having an epileptic seizure or something like that. You know, I just overdo it, basically. You know, I do want that time to kind of sit down and chill out, and even go out. Sometimes there might be times that I want to go out and do something, and obviously take you guys with me and, you know, do some vlogging and stuff. I think there is a little bit of me where, you know, whilst at this present moment, I've done a lot of vlogging here at home indoors, and I've been showing you guys over the last few weeks what I've been up to, or I've been telling you guys at least what I've been up to over the last few weeks, you know. But also as well, I feel as though, you know, whilst I'm kind of navigating this part of my life in vlog form and showing you guys what I'm doing and stuff like that, but there's also, you know, because of my busy scheduling outside of the vlogging world, shall we say, you know, in terms of work and obviously my support and stuff like that, you know, I've not really been able to have much freedom lately to kind of go out and vlog me going for a walk and stuff like that. And obviously that's something that I would like to do. So, you know, so I've just tried to see if I can reduce down my hours a little bit for support, just so I have a bit more time to myself, really, outside of doing work and outside of doing my chores as well, you know, around the house that needs to be done. So we'll see what happens there as well, okay? But, you know, I really do love my support, and I appreciate the support that I'm getting. You know, I think they are doing an amazing job, and they have been doing an amazing job with me this year, given the circumstances that I've been put through, and I'm still going through currently at the moment behind the scenes of these YouTube vlogs. But, you know, at the same time, I'm kind of like, whilst things are a little bit calm at the moment, you know, I don't really need that much support. And whilst I'm there focusing on building a routine and a structure for myself, you know, for day-to-day living and stuff like that, you know, I just feel as though I could do with having a bit of a reduction in support. And then when the time comes and then I need more extra support, then I can always request to see if I can have more hours of support. So, you know, so yeah, we'll see what happens on that front anyway. So yeah, so that's pretty much everything I've been up to so far this morning for the last 2 hours with my support worker. I've just summed that up in the space of 10 minutes. Like I say, I've just got home, and if I flip my camera around, show you here, I've just made myself my second flask of tea of the day. Just thought I'd let you guys know very quick actually as well. There is going to be a few videos coming out over the course of the next few weeks, by the way, because obviously, you know, there's a lot of new music that is going to be coming out in terms of albums, you know, especially as now we go into the autumn period. You know, so for example, Jade has announced a new album called That's Showbiz Baby. Robbie Williams has recently announced a new album in terms of the form of Britpop. And of course, Taylor Swift just last week has announced a new album called The Life of a Showgirl. So all of those are expected to be released between September and October. And I just thought I'd let you guys know that I will be giving them albums a listen. I will be doing a music wrap-up video to let you know my thoughts on each of those albums as and when they do get released. And of course, I'll be going through my favourite tracks of the album, as well as the track listing, how long the album is, and all of that kind of stuff. All right, I just thought I'd let you guys know. There is also going to be a couple of TV wrap-up videos coming up as well between September and October as well. You know, I'm going to try and watch a couple of new seasons of shows and stuff like that that's just released or coming up on streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus, and of course Prime Video as well. You know, Alien Earth is going to be one of the TV wrap-up videos that I do, where I talk about my thoughts on the TV series Alien Earth. So I will let you guys know more about all of those videos as and when they come up here on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. Good afternoon, everybody. Tuesday afternoon, just coming up to 20 past 2, believe it or not, on this Tuesday afternoon. I've gone to work this morning. I'm a bit knackered, not gonna lie. I don't know if you can tell or not that I'm knackered, but I am absolutely knackered. I've been to work this morning, did my shift at work, came home from work, had a support session straight away after work today. Went up to Pets Corner in Castle Lane, where I picked up some more rabbit litter for their litter tray in their hutch. I picked up some more hay for the rabbit hutch as well, because I haven't got any hay for them. And I also picked up the fish some more fish food as well, because they're starting to run low on fish food, not gonna lie. And then after my support session, I went for a walk. Well, no, and then after I did that, I went for a walk along Kingfisher Barn or Stour Valley Nature Reserve with my support worker, who brought her dog with her as well today. So that was quite nice. So we went for a walk, and then she dropped me back here, and then about half an hour later, I decided to get up and go up to Castle Point and go to Asda. And actually, I've used my Asda Rewards app today as well, so I wonder if it's changed, because obviously there was £0 in the part. Let's see if that's now changed. There we go, your cash pot is filling up. So I have earned 50 pence. I've earned 50 pence. There we go. So 50 pence. Brilliant. 50p. But you know what? It's you know, it, yeah. I can, you know, obviously, you know, it's money, isn't it, really? It's money. 50 pence. Worth it. Anyway, so I went to Asda, because I've decided when I get home from work, I want to do what my mum used to do when she finished work. You know, I want to come home from work, I want to sit down, maybe with a flask of tea or something like that, and just have a couple of biscuits, you know, and sit down, unwind, chill. My mum used to do that a lot, and, you know, I just fancy doing it myself, really, when I finish work. You know, it's just something nice to just sit down and unwind with. So I went up to Castle Point, I picked up some of that, so I picked up some ginger nut biscuits, here we go, and I also picked up some rich tea biscuits as well, which I put away in the cupboard for me to have at a later date. So I'm just going to have just a few, not all of this, not the entire packet, just a few ginger nuts, okay, which I'm going to have with my flask of tea that I've just made. And also as well, by the way, over on BBC iPlayer on my iPad, I'm just about to catch up with today's episode of EastEnders as well. Okay, so the biscuits weren't the only thing that I did pick up today from Asda. I also picked up some pork and pickle pies, and I also picked up some seafood sticks as well, which is essentially what I'm going to be having for my lunch today. And then I'm also currently watching some episodes of The Big Bang Theory on Netflix on my iPad upstairs in my bedroom. This is what I've got for my dinner this evening. I have got some mac and cheese. So it is Tuesday night, and I have got myself all ready for work for tomorrow, done my sandwich for tomorrow, done my drink for my break tomorrow at work as well, and I've also done prepared my bananas and strawberries in a bowl in the fridge as well, ready for me to do my protein shake in the morning as well. And I've also had a shave. I didn't have a shower tonight. I'm going to have one when I get back home from work tomorrow. But I am about to head off to bed. It is 11:30. Before I do head off to bed though, and before I do say goodnight, I tell you what though, just before I had my shave, I was messaging my friend Kim, who I've not seen in quite a fair few months, to be fair. She's been busy, I've been busy, and, you know, we've just both been explaining that to each other, really, that we've just both been so busy. And she did literally just say to me, she's kept meaning to message me, and I've had her on my mind quite a bit recently as well, going, I need to message Kim. It's been a while since I last messaged her and caught up with her. So I have said to her that at some point soon, me and her should definitely have a meet-up. So obviously we'll see what happens, and hopefully we will have a meet-up again soon, which I am looking forward to. So we will arrange something. We will arrange something. It has been a while since I last met up with Kim, but there we go. You know, I've been busy. you know, and so's Kim. So, but anyway, so I'm glad that we've messaged each other this evening anyway and had a bit of a chat. We were literally just talking about the movie Weapons, which I saw a couple of weeks ago. I think she said she went and saw it last week or maybe the week before. But she went to go and see it in the new View cinema over at Tower Park in Poole, because View has taken over Cineworld. Cineworld closed down in Tower Park back in January this year. And on Friday, when was it? Last week? It might have been last week or the week before. Friday last week, View opened in Tower Park. So she went and saw the movie Weapons there, and she really enjoyed it. So, and I enjoyed it as well. I really enjoyed Weapons. So there we go. Anyway, but yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted as to when I am meeting up with Kim and stuff like that, and hopefully she'll appear again in the weekly vlogs in the next couple of weeks. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I am heading off to bed now as I have got work tomorrow. It's a very busy day for me tomorrow because when I get home from work, I've then got to get myself ready because I'm heading off to Salisbury tomorrow for a couple of days to go and spend some time with my granddad and my stepnan. So, of course, you can expect some content from me over in Salisbury in this episode of the weekly vlog. But anyway, I am heading off to bed now. So from me, it's good night, and I shall speak to you guys again in the next scene of this week's episode of the weekly vlog, which will be Wednesday. Good afternoon, everybody. Wednesday afternoon, and here I am in Salisbury at my granddad's house, by the way. Just been sitting in the living room talking to my stepnan and also to my granddad as well. My granddad is currently out in his back garden. I don't know where's he gone? Where is he to? Oh, he's towards the bottom of the garden, I believe. Yeah, I think he's towards the bottom of the garden, sorting something out in the garden. But anyway, I have been here for, I'm going to say, this is the conservatory, by the way. I have been here for around about an hour now, I'm going to say. About an hour I've been here for. So I've just spent the last hour just having a catch up with my granddad and my stepnan as well. My granddad's been out in the garden now for about 20 minutes, half an hour now. And I've not yet been upstairs into the back bedroom yet, so my bags are still with me. You can't see them, but they are there. So that's what I've been up to anyway. I've had a cup of tea as well, which I think I'm nearly finishing. Yep. Good old rooster on the cup. So that's what I've been up to. And also as well, whilst I did go to work today, by the way, came home from work. Obviously, I cleaned out my mum's rabbits. I've gave the fish some fish food. And I have also had a shower, had a shave, got dressed, had a flask of tea with some biscuits, ginger nut biscuits. I also bought some seafood sticks as well. I don't know why lately, but I've just got this obsession of eating seafood sticks. But they're nice. They really, really are nice. Ever since I watched this week's episode of Off the Hook as well, I don't know, part of me has just gone, I'm going to buy some seafood sticks, and I have done. And they're only 95 pence in Tesco. 99 pence if you shop at Asda, though, as I found out yesterday. So I did that. So I've ate some seafood sticks before I left. And I've also caught up with EastEnders on BBC iPlayer on my iPad, on my Samsung tablet at home. And I have also caught up on today's episode of Coronation Street, which I watched on my phone, but I downloaded it to watch offline whilst I was on the bus on the way here. So that's what I did. So I opened my phone up in tablet mode to watch Coronation Street on ITVX. Not that I can't watch it in my normal cover screen on my phone mode, just like basically just hold my phone out like that and just watch it like this, but me being me, just watched it in tablet mode, so folded it open, watched it, and then I listened to some music
for the rest of the way here. So there we go. So that's everything I've been up to so far today, by the way. Just thought I'd bring you up to speed with what I've been up to today. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Anyway, I'll continue vlogging whilst I'm here in Salisbury with my granddad for the next couple of days. I'm here until probably Friday afternoon, like I always am when I see my granddad. So yeah, I will take you guys on this journey of what I'm up to with my granddad and my stepnan across the next couple of days for the next few scenes of the weekly vlog. So this is what I've got for my dinner tonight at my granddad's in Salisbury. I've got some pizza and I have also got some chips to go with it as well. And I've also got some ketchup to go with that as well. For dessert this evening, I've been given a Muller Light cherry flavoured yoghurt pot, which has admittedly got the date of like the 17th of August on it. And also as well, I've got a cold can of Pepsi Max, which I've just taken out of my granddad's fridge in the kitchen, and over on my phone I've unfolded my phone by the way into a tablet, and I've decided to watch today's episode of Daz Watches, and it's Daz Watches I'm having a baby with my trans wife. So I'm currently watching that at the moment on YouTube on my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. And also, whilst I'm watching Daz Games on YouTube, I've just been given some pie with some custard.
Good morning, everybody. It is, by the way, Thursday morning, and I woke up this morning just just before 7 a.m. I'm just getting my jumper on at the moment. That's better. There we go. Oh, and now the subject's been lost. Anyway, there we go. Oh, that's better. Anyway, I have been downstairs. I've spoken to my granddad for a little bit, and I've also had a cup of tea with some biscuits, and I've just come upstairs, taken my morning medication, and oh god, I'm tripping up everywhere today. I tell you what, actually, so last night I went to bed and I had my phone on my bedside unit, and I had it in tablet mode as I was watching The Big Bang Theory on Netflix on my phone, and then I ended up falling asleep. Anyway, I then woke up at around about 2:30, noticed that my phone only had 14% battery, so I stopped my phone on charge, and then I then took my medication with some water and then went back to sleep. About an hour later, I ended up falling out of bed. And I really hurt my bum. But literally I landed on my bum, and that wasn't great. Did hurt a little bit. But I'm okay though. I'm okay. Just putting it out there that I'm all good. So yeah, well, it was not fun. Anyway, I'm just trying to find my iPad charger. Here it is. I think this is my iPad charger. I'm going to put my iPad on charge because that has been on as well, because after I'd put my phone on charge, I decided to put The Big Bang Theory on my iPad instead. So I'm probably just going to take that one out for now and pop that one in, and then pops your uncle. If I can. Well, it's not going in. There we are. There we go, that's better. And I can take my phone off charge as well, can't I? Because my phone is, of course, fully charged, all juiced up, ready for today. Anyway, so I've come upstairs just to get myself ready. We are going to be heading off to the Toby Carvery, so I will show you guys in the next scene of the vlog what I have got for my breakfast at the Toby Carvery this morning.
For breakfast today at the Toby Carvery in Amesbury, I had a cooked breakfast which consisted of some hash browns, sausages, bacon, mushrooms, beans, some potato and onion, and some eggs, as well as some toast. And I also went to a garden centre, In Excess Garden Centre in Salisbury, as well, as my stepnan needed some plants for her back garden and also her front garden as well.
For other people?
Was that how do I learn what?
All this.
What, all the technology? Oh, well, I just learned it over the years.
Yeah, you grew up with them.
I've grown up with it, so
Yeah,
yeah.
I learn as I go.
Yeah, you've learned as you had to go.
I learn off other people.
Yeah. For dinner this evening, I have got some beef burgers with some cheese and also some ketchup as well in some burger rolls. Good morning, everybody. It is indeed Friday morning, and I've been up surprisingly since 6 a.m. this morning, or around about 6:30. I forgot to put my watch on last night because I track my sleep whilst I'm asleep, and obviously I have to wear your watch in order to track your sleep on your phone. So, and because I didn't have my watch on me last night, it was on charge, I'd left it to charge and stuff, obviously my sleep wasn't tracked. But I know roughly I fell asleep around about 20 to 11 last night. Woke up in the early hours again around about 2 a.m. this morning. I woke up to take my nighttime medication. So that's very weird. So I need to pack my medication in a minute, actually, which I'll do. But I've also been on my MacBook as well, because I brought my MacBook with me to my granddad's, and I've also been using my iPad a little bit as well, here and there, as well as my phone as well. So yeah. So anyway, can I just say, actually, if I can just very quickly go, I did pick this up, right, the other day from work, and I was like, you know what, I'll take it with me because it might be something I might want to eat whilst I'm at my granddad's. But this is squished. So note to self, never ever take a slice of cake with you when you go away somewhere, because it will just get squished in your bag and it'll just turn into crumbs. You know. By the way, I've been reading a couple of bits and pieces, actually. There was two YouTubers that I follow, tech YouTubers that I follow, yesterday. They did a YouTube video on the brand new Insta360 Go Ultra, which looks absolutely incredible, can I just say. And I was watching another YouTuber earlier this morning, and they class the Insta360 Go Ultra as like a lifestyle camera, similar to that of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is the camera that I use to vlog things. But the really, really awesome thing is obviously with my microphone, if I just take my microphone off my shirt for a second, right? So this here is my microphone, right? And then obviously you've got this little bit here, which is like the little magnet thing. On the back of the microphone, you just clip it on like that, and obviously, you know, it's magnet. So obviously this little clip, right, obviously I normally stick this up through my shirt where I want it, and then obviously this, I just connect it like that, okay, and there we go. And then therefore, and it's quite strong, it's on there quite strong, you know, I can literally just tug, and it is not going to come off. Now, there is something with the new Insta360 Go Ultra, right, where basically, you know, you've got like this little pendant thing, and, you know, it's almost like a lanyard kind of thing, really, where you wear it, you know, and you can either wear it over your shirt or you can pull it on the inside of your shirt. And then with the Insta360 Go Ultra camera, you literally just stick it to your chest because it's magnetic, and then you can literally hit record and you can record everything that's going on around you without the need of holding your camera. Again, it's one of those things where you could tug on the camera and it won't like detach or anything like that. It's quite strong. The magnet is quite strong and stuff like that. It's also classed as like an action camera as well, so it is waterproof as well. I've seen a lot of people do tests on it, like waterproof and stuff. There is also a little thing as well, so basically with the Insta360 Go Ultra, you know, you can take it off away from the camera body as such, you know, so the camera body acts as like a remote control, and you can go and stick the action camera anywhere, you can position it anywhere,
and you can literally use the remote control to hit record and it will start recording and stuff. Obviously, again, with the Insta360 Go Ultra, you also do have, like, again, you can get it with a microphone, but I think unlike the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 camera, the microphone is sold separately, unfortunately, which is a real shame because I've seen the price of the microphone and it is a little bit expensive. It's like 44 quid. But, you know, it's something that I may have to get in the future. Again, with the Insta360 Go Ultra camera, again, you know, it does use micro SD cards rather than like an SD card and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's all sorts of bits and pieces here and there, really, you know, to take away from this. But in all seriousness, though, it is quite an awesome looking camera. You know, and I do think it is a camera that I would be personally quite interested in getting, especially given the fact that I could literally just stick it to my chest and I don't know, I could go to a supermarket or I could go into B&M or Home Bargains or something like that and I could literally just hit record and just start showing you guys product finds, the things that I find interesting and stuff like that, or things that are brand new in shops and stuff like that. Yeah, it's things like that which I think would be really, really awesome content for you guys to see in the near future. I wasn't meant to go on a tangent about the Insta360 Go Ultra camera. It's just something that I thought, you know what, it does look like a really awesome camera and there's nothing really negative that I've heard from people that, you know, talk about it. I mean, even the charging time, like, it's a fast charging camera. So within the space of 12 minutes, it goes from 0% to 80% within the space of 12 minutes, which I think, again, is really quite quick. You know, you get around about 200 minutes of recording time on the camera as well. Now, I'm not someone that sits here and does, like, loads and loads of talking and stuff like that. You know, like, my vlogs aren't over 200 minutes. Like, it's very rare for a vlog to be over 200 minutes, I think. I mean, sometimes there are times that my vlogs can get up to 90 minutes. But, you know, yeah, so that is also another really awesome thing, is the fact that I get 200 minutes of recording time, and I don't think for 1 second that I'm going to be doing, like, vlogging for over 200 minutes in the space of one day. So, yeah, but anyway, so maybe that is something that I may consider getting in the near future, is maybe the new Insta360 Go Ultra. It's also a really little tiny camera as well. So if I do end up getting it, you know, if I do end up getting it, then I will do a review on it, and of course I will show you it. I might even do an unboxing of it as well and show you guys it. Obviously there is a few other bits and pieces that I will need to get. I mean, the micro SD card is sold separately. I may get a 256 gig or a 512 gigabyte micro SD card, but again, sold separately. So, and I think they do cost around about 50 odd quid for a micro SD card with that kind of storage size in it. So yeah, so that's something also as well for me to think about. But if I was to get it though, because with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 camera, obviously I got the Osmo Pocket 3, I got the microphone, and also as well, I did get like an extra little battery. I mean, obviously I got it with this case as well, but the battery, and also a little tripod as well, which I've hardly ever used a tripod. In fact, I don't think I've ever used a tripod. And the same with the battery as well. I don't think I've ever used the battery ever with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. But again, you know, it's one of those things where even I can use this as a spare battery, or I could just use it to extend the bottom of my Osmo Pocket 3. But anyway, so yeah, so of course I will still use the Osmo Pocket 3. I mean, this Osmo Pocket 3 camera is actually ideal for doing like TikToks and stuff like that. I've done it a couple of times where I've used the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 for TikToks and stuff. But you know what, as well, I think with the Insta360 Go Ultra, I feel as though I could get a little bit more creative with the videos that I do and stuff like that. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens, all right? We'll see what happens over the space of the next month or so. But that could be something that I might consider getting in the next month or so. We'll see. Of course, I've got to save. You know, I've got to save for this stuff, guys. I've got to save. So there we go. Anyway, by the way, I have spent this morning downstairs speaking to my granddad and my stepnan for a little while. And then after that, I've also had some breakfast as well. I had some biscuits with a cup of tea, and I've also had an egg roll as well for my breakfast this morning. And aside from that, I've just been sat up here, checking my phone, checking my iPad, going on my iPad for a little bit. And I've also just been talking to my granddad. So I've not really been up to a lot today so far this morning. I have said to my granddad, it's now 20 past 11 at the time of recording this part of the vlog. 20 past 11 now. And at 10 past 4 this afternoon is when I'll be heading back home, back to Bournemouth. So anyway, so I'm not sure if there's anything else for me to vlog, but if there is, I'll speak to you guys again in the next scene of the vlog. And if not, then I shall speak to you guys again when I get back home in Bournemouth. So it is Friday evening, and I've been back home from my granddad's now for the last couple of hours. I had a lovely time at my granddad's, by the way, very nice and chilled. A massive thank you to my granddad, as always, for having me over in Salisbury for a couple of days. I really do appreciate it, and I really do enjoy staying with them as well. Anyway, so a massive thank you to my granddad and my stepnan for having me round and spending some quality time with them and helping them where I can as well. You know, obviously they don't expect me to do too much because I am there to sit there, relax and, you know, just chill and help them wherever I can as well, you know, like in terms of in the garden and all of that kind of stuff. So, again, a massive thank you to my granddad and my stepnan for having me over. I know they really do appreciate me being there as well and helping them with little bits and pieces that they need help with. And stuff like that. So there we go. Anyway, I have been back home. I have fed the fish. I've fed the rabbits, gave them some fresh water as well. And I've sat down and I've watched a couple of videos on YouTube as well, in terms of the Insta360 Go Ultra vlogging camera. I say vlogging camera. It's kind of a two-way thing. It's part vlogging camera and it's also part action camera as well, because you can pull it underwater and stuff like that, which is really, really cool. I have actually had a look on Amazon, to be honest, and it does actually say on Amazon at the moment that it does seem like, it seems in black. I'm not sure about in white. Let's have a look at the white one. It might be the same with white as well when I select the white option. Well, in white, I can get it free delivery Sunday the 31st of August. And that's just for the creator bundle. But the standard bundle, I can get anywhere between the 8th to the 21st of September for the standards. But in black, midnight black, it's somewhere between the 8th to the 17th of September for the standard bundle. For the creator bundle, it's somewhere between the 8th to the 15th of September. So it does look like, to be honest, I was planning, because I've got a week off work in a couple of weeks' time, I was planning to get it ready for my week off work, which is the 8th of September. But me being me, knowing what would happen, this is what would happen. I'd buy it now, for example, and it would say it would come somewhere between the 8th to the 15th of September. Knowing me, it will probably arrive on the 15th of September, which then on the 16th of September, I then go back to work after my week off. So, yeah, so honestly, I think what I may do is I may hold fire for the time being, because it seems like a very popular camera, not gonna lie. So I think I'm gonna have to wait for a little bit to get that. So I'll either get it around about mid-September. If not mid-September, then the end of September. I'll still go out and do some vlogging and stuff like that, okay? But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, I have now just done myself some dinner. I've also made my sandwich as well, ready for work for tomorrow as well, to take with me for my break time tomorrow at work. And also as well, I've just done myself some dinner. Oh, I don't know what's happening with the camera there, but there we go. It's going all over the place. There we go. That's better. This is my dinner for tonight, by the way. I've got some mac and cheese from a tin. So it is Friday night. I'm upstairs in my bedroom. It kind of depresses me at the moment because we are now at just coming up to 8:10 on this Friday night. And as you can see, I've got my bedroom light on, you know. And yet beforehand, I wasn't putting my bedroom light on until around about 9:30. You know, autumn is coming, sadly, everyone. Anyway, I've just signed into my iMac in my bedroom. I've also got a Pipeline Punch flavoured Monster Juiced energy drink as well, which I'm going to drink. And I'm also going to have a video call with my friend Kieran over on Discord on my iMac, because obviously I was at my granddad's yesterday, so therefore I didn't speak to him on Discord last night. So I'm going to have a video call with him instead this evening on this Friday night. So it is Friday night and it's just gone 11 o'clock. As you can see, I am in my pyjamas now. Oh, that's a bit... I need it to be a bit more higher up. I'm just currently putting my watch on my wrist so that it can track my sleep. As I said earlier in the vlog, obviously I wear my watch to bed now so that it can track my sleep, and obviously all the data gets sent to my phone and stuff like that. So anyway, so maybe I'll go through my sleep data with you tomorrow as to how well I slept and what my energy score is, my sleep score and all of that. I may go through that later in the vlog. Anyway, so there is something I was going to say. Yes, I had a video call with Kieran. I went downstairs, sorted out my protein bottle for tomorrow, put some protein powder in that ready for tomorrow morning, cut up 2 bananas because I haven't got any strawberries at the moment, so I cut up 2 bananas. So I'm going to have banana and chocolate protein shake in the morning. Just add some milk with that. I did the washing up, drying up and putting away of things that needed to be washed up, dried up and put away. And then after that I just had a shower and just got into my pyjamas, taken my nighttime medication with a flask of tea as well, as I did a flask of tea after I did the washing up, drying up and putting away. And now I'm up here and I've just put my iPad on charge. I'm just about to put my vlogging camera on charge. And then, so anyway, obviously tomorrow, I think we know the drill now, don't we? Every Saturday, it seems now, I'm going over to my sister's flat for a few hours and stuff. There's some really positive things actually happening with my sister at the minute, and I'm really, really proud of my sister. I really am proud of her, you know, of everything that she's doing at the moment and stuff like that, you know, and I'm really, really glad that she has been very, very supportive of me over the last 8 months, you know. I mean, even before my mum sadly passed away at the beginning of the year, you know, like she's just been very, very supportive of me and stuff. And, you know, now it's got to the point where like we see each other every Saturday and, you know, we just have a bit of a catch up, see what one another's been up to over the last week and stuff like that. And, you know, it's quite nice now that we've got that kind of bond, really. And there's a few things which I'm not going to dive into at the moment, to be quite honest. But there is a few things happening behind the scenes on these vlogs on YouTube and stuff, where all I'm going to say for the time being is I'm really, really proud of my sister for what she's doing, you know. And I think that she is making a lot of good choices and a lot of right decisions as well, you know. And I think if my mum was here right now, I think even my mum would be really proud of my sister and everything that she is doing, especially with supporting me as well through a very, very difficult year, you know. So obviously tomorrow is Saturday. I am at work tomorrow. I am also going to be seeing my sister tomorrow as well, which is a new thing that I tend to do after I finish work on a Saturday, is I go over to my sister's and spend some time with my sister. Next week, however, on Tuesday, it is my sister's birthday. Now, I'm at work on Tuesday next week,
and so is my sister, and I believe so is my sister's partner. All three of us are at work. Obviously, I'm at work until my usual time, 10:45. My sister and her partner, I mean, I think my sister finishes at like 4:30 and her partner finishes around about 5 o'clock. But I don't know whether or not next week we're going to go out for a meal to celebrate my sister's birthday or not. I don't know. So that's something that I'm going to discuss with my sister tomorrow when I see her tomorrow and stuff. It'll be nice to celebrate her birthday. I know that it's going to be a tough one for her this year because it's her first birthday without my mum. And obviously I've got that also to come as well in November when it gets to my birthday. It's going to be my first birthday without mum here, and that is going to be a struggle, and it is going to be difficult, but you know, obviously I still do want to celebrate my birthday because I know for a fact that that's what my mum would have wanted us to do, is still celebrate, you know, us being here, you know, and turning another year older and stuff like that, you know. So I'll have a chat with my sister tomorrow and see what the plans are for her birthday for next week. But anyway, I may film some content with Simba, with JJ, with Monty, and maybe show you what I'm up to at my sister's flat. I don't know. We'll see what happens, okay? But anyway, I'm going to shut the camera off here and stick my camera on charge, okay? But from me, though, it's good night, and I shall speak to you guys again in the next scene of the weekly vlog, which will be Saturday. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning. It's only just starting to get light out. Yeah, honestly, like now I'm leaving the house at like 5:20 in the morning and it's just really dark. Ugh. Autumn is coming, everyone. Like I said earlier, autumn is coming. Anyway, I have woke up, obviously. I've got changed into my work uniform. I've done myself a protein shake, chocolate and banana flavoured protein shake. And also as well, I'm currently walking to work on this Saturday morning. I've been at work for the last 20 minutes, just finished drinking my protein shake that I took with me to work, and I'm currently making myself a flask of tea to take with me on the shop floor. It's 6:45, I'm currently listening to music on Apple Music through my phone, through my Bluetooth headphones, listening to a bit of Status Quo, by the way. Rocks. Anyway, I'm about to start my shift at work, and I shall speak to you guys again in the next scene of the vlog, which will probably be after I finish work. For dinner tonight, on this Saturday night at my sister's flat, I have got some carrot and swede potato, sweet potato, and I've also got some pork faggots with some mushy peas. Good evening, everyone. It is Saturday evening, by the way. What you just saw there was what I had for my dinner tonight. By the way, when I was at my sister's flat for today. That's the only bit of filming that I did this week at my sister's flat, honestly. But I didn't really get up to much, to be honest. I chilled in my sister's bedroom to start off with for like the first nearly hour that I was there, because my sister was having her hair done in the lounge by a hairdresser. So I just had to go and sit in my sister's bedroom and look after the dogs. I was just scrolling through my phone, you know, through Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, all of that kind of stuff. Watched a couple of YouTube videos on my phone as well whilst my sister was getting her hair done. And then obviously I then decided to listen to some music as well once my sister's hairdresser had gone. Obviously we kind of had a bit of a catch up with one another, how each other had been this week and what we've both been up to and stuff like that, you know. And then and then after that, you know, my sister and then we went off to Sainsbury's as well to go and get something for dinner, because my sister didn't have anything in for dinner. So we ended up going off to go and get something for dinner tonight, which obviously you've just seen a moment ago. And then my sister was working from home today, working on a Saturday, I know. She was working from home, just doing a bit of overtime, just to get a bit of extra money coming in and stuff like that for herself. So she did from 4 till 8 working from home, 4 p.m. till 8 p.m. this afternoon, going into this evening. And obviously then she then did dinner, and then we took the dogs for a quick walk, and then after that she then brought me back home, and here I am back home. So there we go. So that is pretty much everything that I've been up to this afternoon. Again, I've just been watching some YouTube videos. Been watching more of the tech YouTubers, by the way, talking about the Insta360 Go Ultra. Oh man, honestly, the more that I see these creative tech YouTubers out there doing these kind of videos where, like, you know, they're propping up their cameras on cupboards, or they're propping them up on doors, or they're propping them up on their supermarket trolleys and going grocery shopping and all of that kind of stuff. You know, it kind of is legit. I'm kind of there like, I really want to do that myself. You know, like, I really, really, really want to do that myself. So, honestly, I'm just hoping and praying that at some point, by the end of September, I'll have this action camera, which also as well, and I have said this from the beginning of the year, okay? I wish I could take you guys out when I go cycling. Now, I've been cycling a couple of times this year, and I've not been able to vlog any of it whatsoever. But because of this magnetic pendant that I can stick, you know, around me and put the camera to my chest, I can literally vlog me doing some cycling, you know, and I can take you guys cycling with me and stuff like that, you know. So at long last, you know, my prayers will have been answered, because I'll finally have a camera that can actually allow me to hands-freely do some vlogging whilst I'm out and about on my bike, which I got last Christmas as a Christmas present from my mum. One of the last Christmas presents that I ever got from my mum, sadly. But there we go, you know. But honestly though, so yeah, and I definitely do want to get back out on my bike and obviously start riding it again and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's something I definitely do want to do. So yeah, so I'll see what I can do. Okay? Like I say, I'm hoping that by the time we get to the end of September, I would have the Insta360 Go Ultra with me. You know, I'm going to get the creator bundle, similar to what I got with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I got the creator bundle with that, really. You know, and that's quite good. So, you know, but with this one, obviously, you get like a pivot stand, so I can literally like stand it like on the cupboard fronts or on the door or on the window and all of that kind of stuff, you know. I feel like I'd probably do a lot more vlogging out in public as well. Because, like, you know, obviously I'm kind of comfortable with vlogging in public using my DJI Osmo. But, like, at the same time, I kind of am there, like, you know, I think it would be quite cool for me to vlog using a little tiny camera. And I can stick it to I can even go outside and stick it on a lamppost, hit record, and then just start walking like this, you know. And then talking, you know, and you guys could just see me from a distance talking, and then I'd have to stop at that lamppost and then go, so everyone, you know, so yeah, so there is that as well. Yeah, so there we go. So I just thought I'd bring you up to speed with what I've been up to today, of course. So yeah, anyway, I've just done my drink ready for my meal deal that I have got for tomorrow. Obviously, it's this zero cola stuff that I get from work. It's only like 49 pence in my work. It's quite cheap, you know. So yeah, so I've just filled my bottle up and stuck that in the fridge so it's nice and cold, you know, for tomorrow and stuff like that. I'm just about to make my sandwich for tomorrow's meal deal as well, which again is just peanut butter, you know. Peanut butter sandwich, and then yeah, and then I'm going to put my chocolate bar, my 12 chocolate bar, in my bag ready for tomorrow as well, and stuff like that. So I am now just about to sort out some bits and pieces now, to get myself ready to go to work tomorrow.
So I shall speak to you guys again in the next scene of this week's weekly vlog.
Okay, so it is Saturday night, and I am just about to head off to bed as I've got work tomorrow. It's just gone 11:15, I believe. Oh no, it's nearly 11:30. So I'm just about to head off to sleep as I've got work tomorrow. So I shall bid you all good night here, and I shall speak to you guys again in the next scene of the weekly vlog, which will be Sunday.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sunday afternoon, and I've been at work, done my shift at work, met up with my sister and her partner straight after work. We went off to Tesco in Tower Park because my sister needed to get some plates, like a plate set, so bowls for pasta or spaghetti bolognese dishes and stuff like that. Big plates for like your bog standard dinners, small plates for things like sandwiches, etc. And then obviously cereal bowls and stuff that you use for breakfast time and stuff like that. And obviously my work, because we're very limited in terms of what we sell, we needed to go to a bigger store, Tesco store, to go and get that. So we done that. And then after that, she dropped me back here. I've done 2 loads of washing. I put it out on the washing line to dry, and I've also been upstairs and filmed, edited and uploaded a movie wrap-up video, which is now available to watch on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. So if you've not yet checked that out this week, it is available for you to check out right now. And I've also edited this weekly vlog that you guys are currently watching right now. So I've also, by the way, for the last half an hour, been drinking this orange and mango sparkling water that I've had in the fridge since earlier this week. And I am now just about to start dinner, which I'll show you guys what I've got for dinner tonight in the next scene of the weekly vlog. Well, this is a dish that I've not done in a while. So this is pasta with mascarpone cheese and some chopped tomatoes from a tin. And I've also added some mixed veg into this dish as well. I have put some leftover pasta, mascarpone cheese and tomato into a Tupperware, and that's enough to do me for a lunch which I'll have tomorrow afternoon. Also as well, by the way, I've just done the washing up, which I've left on the draining board. Now I'm just about to do the drying up and putting away on this Sunday evening. And for pudding this evening, by the way, I have got a mint cornetto and a dairy milk mint ice cream as well. I know, I'm having 2 ice creams. Call me fat if you really want to. Okay, so it is Sunday evening, by the way. As you can tell, I am in my pyjamas because I have had a shower, shave, and I've got into my pyjamas as well. And I've also cleaned out the rabbit's hutch as well, put some more food and water down for them as well. I've also had a shower and a shave. I've already mentioned that already. And I've just been doing, just scrolling through TikTok for a little while. So there we go, that's pretty much it. I was going to have a phone call with my granddad tonight, but to be honest with you, I'll be honest, you know, I've not really been up to much yesterday and today, and I don't really think my granddad's been up to much either. So I'm going to leave my phone call with my granddad for this week and have a phone call with him next Sunday instead, and have a catch up with him then, see how he's been and what he's been up to and stuff like that. Anyway, I am going to wrap up this vlog here because it's gone on for a bit too long now. I was going to catch up with EastEnders and Coronation Street because I've not yet watched Thursday's episode of EastEnders or Friday's episode of Coronation Street, obviously on BBC iPlayer and ITVX respectively. So I'm going to watch them tomorrow when I catch up with Monday's episode of both EastEnders and Coronation Street. So I'm probably just going to edit this vlog, upload this vlog to YouTube, and then obviously I'm just going to chill out for the rest of tonight. By the way, whilst I'm on video call with Kieran tonight, I am also going to have some cherry Coca-Cola as well. So that's what I'm going to have. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this week's episode of the weekly vlog. If you have enjoyed it, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. And as always, if you are new around here and you like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below to become a Steve-O as well. I will be back with a movie wrap-up video this week and also an episode of the weekly vlog next Monday as well. I cannot believe, by the way, by the time this video goes up, that in theory today, the 25th of August 2025, is technically the last bank holiday until Christmas. Where has this year gone? Like, honestly, where the hell has this year gone? I've got no idea. Anyway, from me though, it's goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again in my next YouTube video.